How do we counsel our pastor or pastoral staff? Which I think is a really good question for an individual believer who's attending a church for a congregation, a local body. As they think about their pastoral staff, they have been set apart to provide leadership and care, but as anyone in the congregation, they're a part of the body of Christ as well, and they need counsel and encouragement. And I think one of the things that can be helpful, just because I was a pastor for a decade, is to have people in the congregation get a sense of what it's like to be a pastor. Here's some things that stand out. As a pastor, you really are on call 24/7. I mean, that is a reality to the job of a pastor that if you're not in that kind of situation, you don't appreciate. You may not get a call every hour on the hour, but your mind is always wondering when that phone is going to ring, when the crisis is going to emerge. And so appreciate that and recognize that's a part of the life of a pastor. The other thing that is true is that the life of a pastor involves just multitasking. There's so many different gifts that are at play: relational gifts, organizational gifts, leadership gifts, decision-making gifts. So a pastor is working out of a toolbox of gifts that require a lot of multitasking, and so it's very easy in pastoral ministry to sometimes feel confused because there's so much going on and there's so much to do. The other thing I think that is important for a congregation to recognize is that a pastor probably spends about 20% of his time preparing for preaching. And oftentimes what a congregation can do is they can make judgments about their pastor and make their judgments based on that 20%, 80% of how they're evaluating their pastor or pastoral staff when they're doing so many other things. What can you do to encourage and counsel your pastor? Well, one, just understand their world and appreciate that, and then two, verbalize that you understand that, and take simple steps to say thanks, to write a note, send an email, say I'm praying for you. Just basic things that you can do that will go a long way for someone on a pastoral staff as they serve the people that God has called them to serve.